to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today's video is exciting for me for a few reasons. Firstly, I'm using my new camera for the first time, so do let me know if you think the quality looks any different or if the audio's better. I'm using the same mic that I was using before, but I think the camera I was using before was more of a photography camera. And I don't think the mic was working in it correctly. I think for me it had a bit of a hissing sound, so it'd be just interesting to see what you think of the quality now. Also let me know if you want me to do a video on the equipment that I've got for vlogging, if that would be of interest to anyone. So that's number one. Number two is the theme of today's video is a luxury breastfeeding haul from SERAPHINE. SERAPHINE is a brand I absolutely love. I know it's on the pricey side, but when I was pregnant and breastfeeding, I just bought a couple of key items which I just wore again and again and again. And I've even been wearing them beyond pregnancy and breastfeeding, and I just find they're good quality and they last really well. So I just thought I'd show you a few items and just give you an idea of the quality, and then compare them to some of the recent hauls that I've done with some of the perhaps cheaper brands, and give you my opinion on whether I think it's worth spending the money or not. And the third reason I'm excited is because we're getting close to Christmas. We're in December now. I put up my Christmas tree yesterday, and that's why I thought I'd change the background for you guys as well, just so you've got a bit of Christmas decoration going on, and it makes me feel quite festive. I also thought I'd change the background because I'm going to change the style of the video today to the other hauls that I've done. I'm going to try on as normal, so you'll get a cutaway of a full-length image, but I just thought I'd try and be a bit closer to the camera so I can tell you a bit more about the fabrics and give you a bit more detail about the clothing and hold them up. So it's going to be a little bit of a different style, but again, let me know in the comments what you think, if you prefer the old style or if you prefer this style of haul. If you are new to my channel, I'd be so grateful if you could subscribe, and if you enjoyed today's video then please do give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to be notified of upcoming videos then please tick the notification bell as well. So let's get started. So the first item I've got to show you is a mock shirt maternity nursing jumper. So it's a jumper underneath. Literally the shirt section of it is just the collar. It finishes just underneath the collar here, and then the rest of it is jumper material. I really like this style because I think it's comfy because you don't feel restricted like you're wearing a shirt, but it still looks super smart because you've got the nice collar detail of the shirt. Yeah, I think it's a really lovely comfy option for maternity. It would be good for work wear or for casual wear. You could easily dress it up or dress it down. So I've got to show you, it has got the shirt cuffs as well, which literally are just the cuffs. It finishes there, and then it's just jumper material the rest of the way down. The jumper material is really lovely and soft. It's kind of a sort of almost waffly material. I don't know if I show you a bit closer to the camera if you can see the actual material there. It's really lovely and comfortable. The buttons on it are tortoiseshell buttons. It's just got one at the front of the collar there, and then it's also got one that does up at the back of the collar when you're doing it up, just to hold it nicely in place. I was a little bit confused when this first arrived because in the picture the shirt detail also hangs below the bottom of the jumper, but in the box was a separate vest top which I don't remember ordering, and then I realised the two actually go together. So I think the idea is, well, perhaps you could wear that for maternity as well, but I think if you wanted to, you could wear the jumper on its own as maternity wear, and then you pop the shirt on underneath the jumper, which you'll see in the cutaway I've done. And it pops out the bottom, so it looks really lovely and chic, but it's also very practical. You can then lift the jumper up, and the shirt detail has got breastfeeding access at the side. So yeah, it's really comfy, feels amazing quality, it feels really, really lovely. And one thing as well that I hadn't seen before in the double layering like this is the vest top that goes underneath has again got these tortoiseshell buttons on the shoulders, and you can actually attach it inside to the shoulders of the jumper, so that it doesn't move about and it sits nicely on, so it will stay looking smart all day long without sort of getting rubbed around. Yeah, I really, really like this one. Like I said, I think it looks really chic on. I think it's so versatile how you can dress it up and dress it down, and also how it's practical for both maternity and for nursing. I think that's really good. It was expensive, so it was £59. I actually got it in the Black Friday sale, so I had 20% off. So it may be that they do a sale after Christmas as well, January sale. It might be worth looking into that. But yeah, I think it's a lovely item. And for sizing, I ordered this in a size small, and I'm a UK 8 to 10. So next up, I just wanted to show you this powder blue sweatshirt hoodie. So I ordered this one because I know there's been quite a lot of hype that I've seen about the Gap hoodie, which is similar, that has zips at the side. So I just thought I'd order this to see how it compares to that one. I didn't actually manage to order that one from my Gap haul a few weeks ago because it was out of stock, so I ordered a few alternative sweatshirts and hoodies for that haul. But I think this is quite a similar version to the one that Gap had, which seems to be out of stock a lot. And I must say this feels ultra luxurious. It's really, really lovely material. So inside it's sort of like almost fleecy fabric. It's really, really soft. It's lovely. I don't know if that's going to pick up on camera, but super, super soft and really nice. But it's still fairly thin, so I don't think it's the kind of material that you'd overheat in. And I think, like I've said before, sometimes in hoodies I feel a bit claustrophobic when they're a bit tight and difficult to get on and off. This is not like that. It's lovely and oversized, which I think is quite important particularly when you're postpartum and breastfeeding. I think it's nice to feel comfy and not restricted too much. It is quite long as well, so I think you'll see in the cutaway, but it covers my bottom in leggings, which I quite like as well in a hoodie. It has got a real pocket at the front here, and then for breastfeeding access, it's got these thin, discreet zips, which are not right at the side. If you can see, they're sort of at the front, they fall here, and obviously one on either side. The only thing is I would say is they are the sort of thin zips. Again, I don't know if that picks it up on the camera a bit, but yeah, they're quite sort of thin zips, like you might get on a pencil skirt. And they are quite easy to open, but obviously I know a lot of the time when you're breastfeeding, you're one-handed. I think it could be a bit of a sticky zip to sort of do one-handed. And also I don't know how well that would wear a thin zip like that. But it is nice and discreet. Hides really well under the hoodie, you wouldn't even know it's there. I also quite like the thickness of the drawstring tabs on it. They're slightly different, they're quite thick tabs, they look quite smart. And I love the colour, so they described it as powder blue, and it really is. It's just a baby blue, but it's really nice. I think they also do it in a blush pink, which looked lovely as well. And price-wise, I didn't actually think this was too bad. It was £42, which I think for a hoodie is probably what you'd expect to pay from sort of a higher end brand like SERAPHINE. I didn't think that was too bad, especially as it would last you through maternity and breastfeeding. I think it would be quite a good piece to invest in, and you would be so comfortable in this. Yeah, so I really like it, and I think I'd recommend it. I ordered it in a UK small, and as I say, it is a bit oversized, but I like that. I don't think I would have sized down. I think I'm quite happy with the small. Yeah, so it's a nice piece. So the next item I just wanted to show you is a white cotton maternity and nursing jumper. It's really lovely material. Again, I think all of these items are. It's kind of like a ribbed effect to it, sort of a horizontal rib, if you can see, if it's picking up on the camera. But yeah, it's a nice knit. It's not an itchy knit. It would be really comfortable. I wouldn't be worried about it itching at all. It's really soft. It's also got sort of a polo neck detail, which is quite nice. It's not too tight, the polo neck. It just sits really nicely on. One thing I'm not too keen on is the arms. It's got batwing arms, and I just felt a bit uncomfortable in them. I didn't quite feel like I could pull them up or pull them down. It just felt a little bit restricting. But if you like that style of jumper, I'm sure it would be fine. It's just a typical batwing style. I just didn't quite feel right in it. And in terms of breastfeeding access as well, each side has got these metal poppers down the side, which open from the bottom. So they pop up from the bottom up to there, so just underneath the arm they pop up to. I love the quality of the poppers. I think they're nice. I think they will last. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, I think that's quite nice quality. You also get a couple of spare poppers with it in case you lose them as well. My issue is, and I think as I said with the last one, I think that could be quite difficult to undo and redo the poppers one-handed. But even if you had to leave them open, I still think the jumper hangs nicely, that you probably could do that if you just had a nice vest top on underneath. So that would be an option. Love the colour, love the material. Not so keen on the style and fit, and not so keen on the breastfeeding access, but again, it's a nice option. Size wise, this is a UK small, and I quite like these sort of jumpers to be a bit oversized, so I definitely wouldn't size down. I'd stick with your size, perhaps even go a size up. It does come in 2 other colours, so obviously you've got the white, and there was a berry colour which looked really nice as well, and a black. It was quite expensive, it was £59, which I feel is quite expensive for this sort of jumper, but it does look very chic on, it's very stylish, it's very easy and versatile, and would go with a lot of things. You could easily wear it with jeans, leggings, you may even get away with it as a probably not as a jumper dress, it might be a little bit short. But yeah, nice versatile item. So the next item I want to show you is a little bit different. I actually hadn't seen this anywhere before, but Seraphine do these skin to skin tops, which I think is such a lovely idea. I know when I had both my children, obviously skin to skin contact is really encouraged by the midwives and health visitors and everyone. And it was such a lovely time for bonding with the baby, but I must admit, sometimes I felt quite awkward about it. I sort of thought, how am I going to do this basically? And I just think this is a really nice option to maybe make you feel a bit more comfortable when you're doing it. Particularly I found in the first few days I've got so many family and friends sort of over and visiting, and yet I wanted to be able to have that time with them, and you could still do this and feel quite covered up with this style of top. They've got a few different options of this. I've gone for the 3/4 length sleeves, but they also did sleeveless versions, and they also did one for men, which I thought was really nice as well. Such a nice idea. So it looks a bit complicated, there's a lot of material to it, but essentially it's just a giant wrap top. So you have the normal top underneath, and you just sort of pop the baby in, and then you just literally wrap these 2 bits around your back to the front, and then tie it up underneath the baby's bottom. I'll just show you a little cutaway of the instructions that you get, because that might make it a bit more clearer. So this is the picture on the box that you get, and then so these are the instructions which I was talking about, how to wrap it round. But essentially it really just is a wrap top, and you just literally wrap it around your back, bring the ties back to the front, and tie it up underneath the baby's bottom. They do emphasise not that this is not to be used as a baby carrier. Obviously it hasn't got the strength for that, or the structural support to it. It's just not designed for that. It's literally designed for maybe lying on the sofa or having that skin to skin time with the baby. Yeah, I just think this is such a lovely idea. I think it's really nice. And you'll see in the cutaway as well, I do think it actually looks quite normal as a top, so you could wear it quite normally as a wrap top. I know there's quite a lot of material to it, but I think if you tie it right, it would be fine. It's also quite nice, it is quite longer length as well. So I think it almost covered my bottom as well in it, which I quite liked. Yeah, I think this is such a nice idea. And it was actually quite good value. It was £45, which I know sounds expensive, but I think for the purpose it's serving, for me, I think I would have invested in this. I think it would have been a lovely option if it had been available when I had my 2 children. I actually sized down in this. I ordered an extra small, whereas all the other items I think I've ordered in small, just because it looked on the website like a lot of material, and I just thought I just don't want it to be sort of to feel too much everywhere, so I just thought I'd size down, and actually I'm pleased I did. I think it fits quite well. I think it would have been really baggy if I'd gone for a size up. In the cutaway video I've tried to show you it with one of Rosie's dolls, just so you get an idea with the baby. So sorry if it looks terrible with a doll, but I just thought I'd try and give you a bit of an idea of how the baby fits in there. Yeah, so hopefully that's helpful. So I think it's a really good idea. Yeah, that's that one. So next up is another 2-piece which I ordered, but this time it's a ribbed knitted midi dress. So as I say, it comes with these 2 pieces. You've got the sort of vest dress and then the cropped jumper that goes over the top in the same material. The material is beautiful. It feels really luxurious, amazing quality. I really think this would wear well as well. I don't think it's the kind of material that's going to sort of bobble, for example. And it's super soft, it's not itchy at all. It would be so comfortable. Even as loungewear, this would be super, super comfortable. It is midi, so it comes down sort of somewhere between my knee and my ankle, and then it's got a couple of little side splits that just go slightly up the side. Really, really good for breastfeeding. Obviously you just lift up the cropped jumper, and then the dress detail has got these little slits just at the front, so you can just pull that away for feeding. So it's super, super discreet. And it's also got, I think I mentioned with the shirt jumper earlier, these button details on the shoulder, so you can actually attach it to the jumper just to make sure that it stays in place when you're layering them. I think it's super chic, looks so smart on, so versatile, could be styled up, could be styled down with trainers, and I think it would even work for sort of workwear if you styled it up with a nice pair of heels. It's also maternity as well as nursing, so I think it is quite a pricey piece, but if you're using it for pregnancy and then nursing afterwards, then I think it's a nice investment to make. Price wise, it is one of the more expensive pieces. It's £65, but as I say, I think it's probably quite a good investment. And size wise, I've got this in a UK 8. Next up is a knitted maternity and nursing dress with pocket details. This one is really smart. I really like the way it looks on. I think this would be lovely workwear. But equally, I think you could dress it down nicely for weekends with a pair of over-the-knee boots, for example, and a nice blazer over the top. I just think it would look super, super smart. Again, material is beautiful, beautiful quality. It's knitted material, but it's really, really soft, not itchy at all. There's no ribbing on this one. It literally is just a straight knit, if you can see the material. Pocket details are lovely with little buttons on the pocket. Really, really cute. Lovely length, and it fits really nicely. I really like the style. Downsides about this one is it is maternity, and I think it would be great for maternity. For nursing, the breastfeeding access is buttons on the shoulder, or sorry, poppers on the shoulder. Again, great quality poppers. I think they would last. My issue is, I think it's difficult to do and undo the poppers one-handed, and secondly, they only undo down to there, and I've thought about this quite a few times when I've seen things online with this sort of style of access. I don't know about you, but my boobs are not that high up anymore. Maybe they used to be a bit higher than they are, but they're definitely not now. They're definitely gone south. So I just think that's not, I don't think that access is quite adequate really to get to your boob. For some people it may be, but I just found, I think I'll show you in the cutaway as well what it's like when it actually opens, but I really sort of struggled to get it down low enough. So I just don't think I'd be that comfortable feeding in it. It might be a good option, say if you've gone back to work or something and you need something that looks stylish and chic, but you still need to be able to feed the baby, then maybe it is a good option. But I just think it would be quite awkward for feeding. But apart from that, it's a shame because it really is a lovely dress, lovely material, lovely style. Yeah, it's just the breastfeeding access that was a bit of an issue for me. I ordered this in a UK 8, and price wise I will just have to check, and this one was £59. So next up I have another knitted midi dress. This one again is ribbed, and it's really, really lovely material, really nice ribbing on it, really soft, super, super comfy, and it's also got these beautiful gold buttons that run down it. It's really, really pretty design. I really, really like it, and I just think it looks so stylish, and I think it looks super expensive on as well. I think it looks like a really, really luxury item, and I know it is, but it really looks it. You can definitely tell. Do have a bit of an issue with this one, I'm afraid. To be fair, it wasn't in the nursing section of the website. I just went for a quick look through the maternity section to see if there's anything that might also be appropriate for breastfeeding, and I saw the buttons, so I thought I'd give it a try, but they are false buttons. So it's quite stretchy, but probably not stretchy enough for breastfeeding, but a lovely option for maternity wear. And this one is currently reduced as well. It was £59 and it's now being reduced to £35. So I do think that's quite reasonable for a really, really lovely, lovely dress like this as maternity wear. And it could easily be workwear as well whilst you're pregnant. I got this in a size UK 8, and as I say, it's reduced at the moment to £35. The last item I just wanted to show you is this Waterfall cardigan. And firstly, I've got to apologise for the state of it. This is not from the haul. I just wanted to show you this because I bought this about 5 years ago, and I literally wear it at least 2 or 3 times a week. I have worn it to absolute death. So that is why I'm afraid it looks like a bit of a state. It's obviously not a brand new item. But really I just wanted to show you it, just to show you the quality of the Seraphine items. I honestly cannot say how much I have worn this, and it washes up so well all the time. This is a cotton and cashmere mix waterfall cardigan. I bought it when I was pregnant with Quinn, my first. So yeah, 5 years ago when I was pregnant. I wore it through my pregnancy with Quinn, I wore it breastfeeding Quinn, then I wore it when I wasn't pregnant or breastfeeding, and then I wore it again for my second pregnancy and my second breastfeeding experience. And I still wear it now. So I have had so much use out of this cardigan. And it's fantastic for breastfeeding because of the button placement. So you easily just do the buttons up like this. There's just one to do there. I tend to just do one actually when I was breastfeeding. And then you've got nice access but still good coverage for feeding. But I just love it as just a nice cardigan to throw on over a vest top and jeans, and off you go. It's just so easy. It's nice length as well, nice and long. The arms are a bit short, but I think I've shrunk it. I don't think they are like that. I think that was me probably tumble drying it or something. Yeah, it is expensive. It's £69, but like I say, I cannot explain how much use I've had out of this cardigan. So for me, £69 was a lot of money, but I just think I've had such good value out of it, and I really, really love this item. I also had a, I can't remember what they call it on the website for Seraphine, but it's basically a poncho. I had a khaki poncho that was nice knitted material, but still quite thin, so I didn't overheat in it. And it just had a bit of button detailing on the side here. I'll link it below if I can find it. I'm pretty sure it's still on the website. I think that was only £35. And again, I wore that quite a lot, or I just took it out in my nursing bag with me. So if I was somewhere in a coffee shop and wanted to breastfeed, I could just easily take it out, throw it over the top of whatever I had on, and then I had a bit of coverage. Equally, if I was out for, say, a winter walk as well, that was quite good for breastfeeding because it gave the baby a bit of warmth as well when they were feeding. So I can't find that. I've still got that, but I can't find it in my wardrobe. But as I say, I will link it in the description box below. And so that's everything from my Seraphine haul. If you don't know the brand very well, obviously they are quite a pricey brand. They're ones that are really favoured by sort of celebrities and royals. I think Kate and Pippa Middleton are both seen a lot in their clothes. And I really do think the quality and the styles that you get and the fit and the material of everything does justify the price tag. I know it's expensive, and please don't think I'm keeping everything from this haul. I just wanted to show you a few items that I'd found on the website. I just think they might be a good brand to invest in just a couple of pieces for your maternity and nursing wardrobe. I wouldn't say buy everything from there because it is expensive. But they do also have a really good outlet section on their website, and they also do amazing sales. So for example, on Black Friday, I think everything had 20% off. So it's worth watching out for things like that. And I do think the quality of all of the items justify the price tag. I just think they are lovely, lovely quality. Hopefully it's been helpful going through some of the items so you can see how they fit, see how the breastfeeding access works, see some of the interesting innovative designs that I think Seraphine have, like the skin-to-skin contact top. Yeah, I've been really pleased with all of the items I've bought from there. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, I'd be so grateful if you could give it a thumbs up. If you are able to subscribe, that would be amazing. And do let me know in the comment section below what you thought of the items, whether you think the quality of Seraphine is worth it compared to some of the cheaper brands. Yeah, I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts as well. And if you've got any ideas for future videos, let me know. Oh, and also let me know what you thought of the style of today, whether you preferred this style sort of with me a bit up and closer with the cutouts, or whether you preferred it before, how I was just trying on the clothes as they were. Yeah, just let me know. Oh, and also let me know what you think of the quality of the new camera and audio setup I've got. And also if you'd like me to do a video showing you the equipment I've got to give you a bit of an idea of that, just let me know if that'd be helpful too. So thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on my next video. Bye for now.